I smoked pot for about 6 months before I told my wife. It's because if I wasn't doing it, I was thinking about it, or I was worried about where I was going to get more. Well, on the third day, she woke up and God spoke to her and said, "If you leave, you're doing exactly what the enemy wants. But if you stay, I'll bring him back." She prayed for me for 7 years. And on Christmas night, I had arranged to get together with my best friend. When he showed up, we partied for 20 minutes and he got up and went to bed. I hadn't seen him for a year and a half. We were like brothers in high school. I got mad and I told God, if it doesn't get any better than this in the next week, I'm going to quit. The next week was horrible. None of my friends were available at all. But on New Year's Eve, which was my favorite holiday of the year, I would save up the best pot of the year and get some Coke, and I would buy ribeyes and lobster and just invite a couple people over and have a big old time. There was a couple that I could party with that my wife liked. I bought some beer on the way and I took some pot with me, and when they answered the door, I handed the guy a bottle of beer, and he said, "No, I'm in AA." I quit. I said, "Well, at least we can get high," and he said, "No, I'm in treatment." I almost killed myself on cocaine in a hospital room. So it was the antithesis of my best New Year's Eve. The next morning I woke up and I remembered the promise I'd made to God. And I thought, I have to make good on this promise. We go down and get in the car, and I'm backing it out of the garage to let my wife in. And I'm thinking, if I don't pray, it's not going to get done. I got to get this done. So I'm holding the steering wheel, and my wife is opening the car door, and I said, "All right, God, this is it. I'm done." And after 7 years of praying for me, she had no inkling that I was at the end of my rope. And she looked at me in disbelief and is like, "What is this?" And God spoke to me and he said, if you mean business, get rid of what you got. And from that day on, I was never tempted to smoke pot again. God delivered me that day.